The Elimination Chamber match happened this past Saturday, and there were 5 stars I don't think people talked about enough. Fair warning, these aren't who you might expect. The Elimination Chamber is an annual pay-per-view where the featured match is a giant steel cage with 4 pods around the ring. 2 wrestlers start the match, while 4 others stand by in pods, waiting to enter the match one by one in 5-minute intervals. If you're the last person to enter, that's 20 minutes of standing in a box with nothing to do. That's why at number 5 is whoever decided to put a swing in Alexa Bliss's pod. She often sits in a swing for her promos, but for the Women's Elimination Chamber match, she actually had a swing in her pod. Based off of her reaction, I'm not sure if she knew this was going to happen. I thought it was brilliant though, and I'm surprised I don't see things like this more. If I had to be stuck in a pod for 20 minutes, I'm asking for a lazy boy to chill in until it's my time to enter the ring. Honestly, I might stay in there past that, as I don't think there's a rule you have to actually enter the match when your pod opens. I hope in the future they do more of this and use the pods to add a little more character to the match. The matches themselves don't always utilize the chamber to the fullest, so this would be a fun way to make the matches more memorable. At number 4, I'm putting whoever designed the women's outfits for the Elimination Chamber. Usually, for the shows in Saudi Arabia, the women are not allowed to show any skin. The problem in the past with this is that at times, they've made them wear short sleeve shirts over long sleeve t-shirts that don't look that great and add little to no character to their outfits. This year, however, they look great. Either they hired a new designer or someone pointed out that the women can be fully covered and still look great. Props to Liv Morgan for her Britney Spears inspired getup, but my favorite was Bianca Belair. I'm not exactly sure how to describe her outfit, but it was a colorful metallic bodysuit that seemed to change color as she moved. Ria Ripley's attire fit her character so well. It looked like leather and was all black with metal accents throughout her pants. She's usually wearing something like this anyway, but she looked pretty cool with the long sleeve gear that some compared to Catwoman. In the number 3 spot, we're going back to the Women's Elimination Chamber match, as I think Doudrop had one of the highlights of the night for me. I also have to shout her out as she had a really good match with Bianca Belair recently on Raw, and I feel she's really been delivering in the ring lately. During the match, she did something that I think went under the radar. One thing about me, I love seeing wrestlers protect each other, but keeping it in the flow of the match and not breaking kayfabe. At one point, Liv Morgan went to the top turnbuckle, but Doudrop pushed her off. Liv was falling to the outside of the ring, and somehow her leg got stuck on the top turnbuckle at an odd angle. I was worried this could be bad for her, but Doudrop comes over, staying in character, grabs her leg and dumps her to the outside of the ring. She helped release Liv Morgan without breaking character and making it look like she was still on the offensive. Number 2 for me would have to be Austin Theory, just for surviving Brock Lesnar. Probably the most replayed moment of the night is Brock Lesnar F5ing Austin Theory off the top of the pods. They played a great game of cat and mouse that could have ended badly for Theory. The main reason this lands at number 2 is because despite flying through the air like a human helicopter, he had enough time to break his fall and let his feet hit first, unlike the person in the number 1 spot. Number 1, Madcap Moss's neck. If you haven't seen it, Drew McIntyre hit him with an Alabama slam. However, he tucked his chin on the way down and landed right on the top of his head. It looked brutal. There was legit concern that he might be hurt, but he still finished the match. I don't know how he pulled it off. I'm in pain if I sleep on my neck the wrong way. His neck compressed like an accordion, and he gets up to continue running around the ring. In all seriousness, I hope he takes time off to recuperate. What were some of the highlights in this year's Elimination Chamber match that stood out to you? Let me know in the comments. This is Troy from Dropkicks and Fireballs. I'll see you next time.